Good morning, beautiful. And who are we talking to? Are we talking to ourselves? Are we speaking with devotion to a higher power, Mother Nature, your cat, your husband? Who are we saying good morning, beautiful to? Because this is your practice, so you get to decide how you want to utilize your positive thoughts and energy every morning, which is a gift, actually. So, welcome into a new day. Maybe you're still in bed, maybe you've already roused from bed, but we're going to do a few things together here so that you can have a glow up experience with your morning routine. So, first of all, let's assume that you got adequate sleep and it's restful sleep, and you're waking up with enough energy that you feel ready for the day without the need of having caffeine, which does include coffee, tea, chocolate, even though that's not generally a first thing in the morning item. Chocolate does have a fair amount of caffeine. So we're trying to become more peaceful, and we want to also be in our own being and have our own presence for the day. And if we have those stimulants, they can affect people in different ways. Some people aren't, they don't seem to be affected by it, but there are many people who are, and you don't really know until you've tried going without to see where on the spectrum you are as far as how much it affects you and how much you're relying on it to supplement energy. So keep that in mind that you're waking up fresh, you had adequate sleep, you feel good, you didn't need a cup of something, maybe a cup of water, warm water with lemon. That would be nice, a good detoxing first thing in the morning beverage. It's also warm and cozy and comforting, like a chai or a coffee might be. Um, so, yeah. And then what we'd like to do is have a yoga mat or a blanket on the ground, preferably in an area where you can establish a routine, because you do make energetic deposits or impressions in your space. And so it helps both psychologically and energetically to have a similar place of practice. Um, and so you want to have a yoga mat laid out, and you want to lay down in Shavasana, which I know it's like you're going to lay down again, but here's the thinking behind this. When you first wake up in the morning, you have the ability to be very relaxed because hopefully you did wake up refreshed and you feel great. But you're very relaxed because you are kind of coming into your wakefulness of the day. So if you start your day with some simple abdominal intentional breathing, nothing forced, but just noticing the breath. You're in Shavasana with your hands out, palms up, 45 degrees away from the body, feet a little bit more than hip width apart, toes falling to the outside, relaxed, neutral position of the head, closed eyes. So you're in Shavasana and you're just focusing on the breath. And because you've just roused, there's a very good chance that the breath is just in the belly, which is the most relaxing place for you. Um, so if you can focus on the breath and start to steady the mind, concentrating the mind on the breath, you're setting your day up for presence. You're setting your day up for the ability to be calm and collected. You're setting yourself up for being poised. Many beautiful attributes that come with this type of practice. So, once we've focused our mind on the breath, we feel relaxed, we're ready to sit up and do a little breath work and intentions and etc. So go ahead and, if I didn't say it, keeping your eyes closed, go ahead and sit up and put your left hand in Chin Mudra. So your thumb and your forefinger are touching and the 3 other fingers are out flat. But leave it in not a strained posture. You want to be relaxed. And then the right hand, Vishnu Mudra. So you want to have your pinky and your thumb extended and your 3 middle fingers folded down to your palm. And we're going to practice Anuloma Viloma, alternate nostril breathing. And so with that, you want to be with your legs crossed too, or you could sit on your heels as well, but a seated position, preferably cross-legged. If that's not comfortable for you, then a chair is an option. You want to have, no matter the position, no matter the place in which you're sitting, you want to have a straight spine, and you want to have your head and your body, your torso lifted just slightly so that you have that nice elongation in your torso, keeping the spine supple. Then you want to take an inhale through the nose into the belly, exhaling the reverse, and then with your thumb covering your right nostril, take an inhale on the left nostril, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, hold, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Exhale on the right, covering the left nostril with your pinky. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale on the right nostril, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Hold, Om 1, covering the nostrils, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Exhale on the left, covering the right nostril with their thumb. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6. Om, inhale on the left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Holding both nostrils closed, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Exhale on the right, plugging the left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Inhale on the right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Hold, both nostrils are closed, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale on the left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Now continue that for a few breaths at your own pace, just keeping the exhale longer than the inhale. And if you can hold the retention of the breath for that same duration, that's wonderful. Continue breathing. A few more rounds at your own pace. keeping your focal point of your eyes between your eyebrows. Okay, wonderful job. And the practice gets easier with time. Okay, take a notice of how you feel after having a relaxed and normal breath. Just observe sensations in the body, observe the mind. Okay. Next, we're going to say a few things of gratitude. So just to yourself, either quietly, mentally, or out loud, either it's your choice. Say whatever comes to your heart about what you feel grateful for. If it's one sentence, if it's 5 sentences, if it's 10 sentences, just express your gratitude. So go ahead and do that for yourself. And next, we're going to use a intention setting or a sankalpa. You want to have a sankalpa that is that's positive, concise, and in the present tense. So your sankalpa could be, I rest, relax, and let my body heal. I am healthy and relaxed. Or I'm becoming proficient in my daily tasks while thinking of God. Any way that you'd like to shape your intention. If you want to bring it into the spiritual realm, if you want it to be for your health, if you want it to be, it's up to you to be thoughtful about this. And I do have more information if you want to do like a little bit of a separate video on that, then I'll put that in the comments section soon. I already have content on my website, but anyway, that's a whole other thing. So setting that positive intention as though the action is happening, you are doing it, it is getting stronger, better, bolder, whatever it is that you're attempting to move into as you develop as a person, which is such an exciting opportunity. And that's the other reason why I love this type of practice, because this is all about you and your best self and your best day, because you've set yourself up for this success. So, in any case, with the intention or the sankalpa, go ahead and set that for yourself now. You can always change it later. And say that sankalpa to yourself mentally with enthusiasm, emotional connection, and say it to yourself, 3 times, 5 times, something, 10 times, I guess you could, but just a few times is fine. Say that to yourself now, mentally, with feeling, emotion, and the feeling that it's happening for you. So go ahead with that now. Thank you. Okay, wonderful. There's one more topic that I would like to mention, and it has to do with your circadian rhythm and the timing of your wakefulness and your sleep time. Now, I also have more content around circadian rhythm. So when I have a video for that, I will share it, but I do have that information again on my website. But the human body, and actually much of biology in general, it revolves around a circadian rhythm, and that is something that is definitely light, and the lack of light influences the changes of our hormones and our ability to produce sleepiness with melatonin, and at night when you want to fall asleep, and then the melatonin production reduces in the early morning so that you do have a lighter sleep and then you're able to become wakeful again. So the circadian rhythm, there's more to it. There's timings of meals, your social rhythm, and it impacts things like your heart rate and your metabolic function. And so it's much more complex than we're getting into. But I will say this: if you can get yourself into the rhythm with this new beautiful morning routine, starting it off with good morning beautiful to yourself or whomever or however you like to dedicate that, and you can get yourself into a rhythm, your body will thank you. So just keep that in mind, that you do want to have some regularity with your sleeping patterns and your eating patterns, particularly when you have your first calories in the morning. So whatever first calorie you're having is kind of the starting of the triggering of your how your digestive system is going to be uh, starting to function for the day after you had a night of fasting, theoretically, if you didn't eat during the night. So, in any case, keep that in mind. Find what works for you. You can experiment with different ways of doing things, um, but try to find some consistency with these things so that you do show up in your day as best you can, and setting and notice how you feel. I'm telling you from my vantage point how beneficial this can be, but the real litmus test is doing it, engaging in the process, being curious about the process of finding a rhythm, and observing how it flows for you, and how does your rest of your day flow for you. And if you miss it for a day, how does that feel? Like, I'm not saying you should miss it, but I'm saying everything is an opportunity to learn, essentially. So try to find your rhythm, get to know yourself, get to know what works for you, observe how it functions for you, observe what it happens if you don't do what uh, your regimen, we'll call it for now. Just pay attention, become more aware, which is the process of yoga, and it's beautiful. And that's why I'm here, telling you about it, because it's these practices can be life changing. So I really hope that you have taken a little bit of something from this, and you can even make it your own, however it seems to fit, because there's a lot of customization that's really needed in a lot of these practices so that you are very comfortable in them. But at least this is a starting place to understand some of the things that are uh, important to consider. And of course, there'll be more, and I'll probably have some additional videos where I'll talk about things in different things, but in the same theme of content. So I appreciate that you've listened. I would like you to now just close this session, which had a spiritual intention. Just close it with whatever comes to your mind. If you want to have some devotion for God, if you want to have some warm feelings for uh, the sun, that started the day beautifully for life on earth, whatever speaks to you, just give yourself a little bit of time to have that moment of thought. And I will just close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.